Um, in this video, I'll be talking about the importance of appropriate trading psychology. Now, one of the first things traders get stuck on to when they get introduced to trading is the ideology that trading is a battle of wits, a battle of intelligence, but it's actually far from the truth. The reality is that the more intelligent people actually suffer in trading, and that's because they're always overly dependent on their knowledge and actually disregard how their emotions actually affect their perception. So if you're actually going to be successful in trading, you need to acknowledge the fact that trading is a psychological game, and you need to from the beginning try to put the psychology in check. As you're actually still learning, you need to have a good journal. You record the things you're learning, and when you start trading, you need to keep an elaborate note on the trades you take, why you take them, what went wrong with them, and what went right with them. Because these things still also help your psychology. Now, when we talk about trading psychology, we're actually talking about a, a group of mental states. The two leading, sorry, sorry, the two leading emotions and mental states in trading is fear and greed. Now, these emotions, they are both important and detrimental at the same time. Because fear will help to put overconfidence in check. A case where you feel like that you're now a down, like now you dey control the market. Anywhere tell the market to go, now where market will go. So fear actually puts overconfidence in check because overconfidence will actually make you to step to overdo things you're not supposed to do. A trade you're supposed to risk $10, overconfidence will tell you, not be you again, you risk 100 and you end up packing losses on that trade. So there's overconfidence, then there's greed. There's greed also. Greed will actually make you just in the same scenarios where you are risking $100, you're supposed to be risking $10. It's actually still kind of greed because you'll be trying to make more money, make more money, make more money. And it's very important to put greed in check because greed is going to affect your decision making. There are scenarios where you just need to. I think there's one in audio, so let me. There are scenarios where you need to just walk out of a trade, but greed will tell you there's nothing like that. There's nothing like that. Add more positions, safe. What's the worst that will happen? That's greed. It's greed that is talking. For instance, now this trade here, I think I bought this trade here. I saw the trends turning around here. I exited around here. If that I was still greedy, I'd have ended up making absolutely nothing on this trade because my entry was around here and my stop loss was here. So if I'd actually allowed greed to control my decision making here, that ended up being a totally losing trade. Totally losing trade. So it's very, very important that you put your greed in check. And for you to be able to keep all these psychology and mental states in check, you need to, as a matter of principle, work on your discipline. Because when you start trading life funds, when you start trading the markets, you're going to have a trading plan, a trading checklist, the things you want to see in the market before you take trades. You need to have enough discipline to abide by it. Although my own checklist is personally simple, like it's straightforward to the point that I don't need to have it written down somewhere. But as someone that is just coming into the market, you need to have it written somewhere, a place where you always see it, a place where you're able to take trades without looking at it. You get? So you need to keep it somewhere so that every time you actually, for instance, now if you look at my trading view here, you are seeing three things: structure, liquidity, and patience. It's actually a mantra, it's actually a reminder to myself that the first thing you look at, what is a market structure? Within market structure, where is liquidity? You need to have patience to wait for price to come to, let me give an example. You need to have patience to wait for price to come to the point where you need it. Look at this one for instance. I made this analysis on the, say, let me just say 4th of October, right? Although it's actually on October, let me just say 4th of October. Imagine having to wait for this trade for a good 14 days before it came back to the entry. Someone that does not have a well-grounded psychology, actually just end up shorting and shorting, like selling and losing till the market will just take the entry and drop beautifully. So you actually need to have a sound psychology, put conscious effort into making sure that your psychology is always in check. When you are making decisions, be evaluating your own reaction and your own decisions. What exactly is leading at the moment? Is it greed? Is it fear? Is it overconfidence? And is it a lack of confidence? Because all of them in extra proportion is actually detrimental to the performance of any forex trader.